Okay, I'm here with our client Austin with the Longhorn Fence out of Idaho. And Austin's been with us a little bit over a month now, right? Like 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah.
And we have an option for people to get 3 closed jobs guaranteed or 10 closed jobs guaranteed. Austin went with the 3 closed jobs, and we can get into that here in a minute. But what was it like your experience? What were some of the things that you were dealing with, I guess, before you started working with us as far as marketing goes?
I think a lot of it was just kind of going off of clients that have either done business with us before, or word of mouth. Which word of mouth is fantastic. The hardest part is it's just slow travel, right?
Yeah,
Um, and so it was just kind of working off referral business and stuff there for a little bit. We did have some marketing and stuff being done prior. And then we had an outfall with them. So we kind of were looking to go into marketing with someone new. We wanted somebody who really just kind of focused more or less on our market, as opposed to competing with other marketing agencies or other companies that they were doing business with. I know is a common practice out here. So we kind of were super shy. I think I made this known in the very beginning too. We had also done business. We burned about $19,000 in marketing with prior companies, and we just had no real good outcome with it. So when we talked to you and I had talked, and we had
yeah,
kind of brought up more or less what your guys' thought process was, kind of how everything works on your guys' end, and you and I both talked about, like everybody wants to go around and they want to talk about all the things they can do, but nobody wants to put their money where their mouth is. And so you guys, when you and I started talking, we kind of came into the idea of, well, we came up with the idea to go into business with you guys, give you guys the opportunity to market our business and our services. And I think I called you within a week or something after we had already gone live, and I was just like, all of our friends and family and just like people that we knew were just reaching out. They're like, dude, we see your guys' ads everywhere. You guys are everywhere. You guys are everywhere. You guys are everywhere. So we were super stoked. And so once we made the transition over to you guys, I mean, more or less the phone just rang again. I mean, it just doesn't stop here, which is super cool. So um yeah, I mean, that's kind of where we were in the beginning. We were going off of referral business. And then those that have, kind of had good things to say about us, our reviews are super high. So that was super helpful. But it was just kind of slow going. And now we picked up at the end of December, I think is when we started.
yeah,
Very beginning of January, before middle of January, almost before we finally got everything finalized on my end to get everything ready to go. And I think we just hit our third deal, what, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think it was, yeah.
And I think you still have like, what is it, like 15 estimates out? Like
Yeah, we have
that?
we have 12 out. We have 7 that haven't been contacted. 12 the estimates in which have been given. Out of those 12,
Mhm.
only one has confirmed that they were going with someone else.
Yeah.
So
And you were saying the 19,000 that you spent before you came into contact with us, that was with other marketing agencies that said that they could do something
yeah, I mean,
similar.
well, anybody who's dealt with marketing agencies, I mean, like I'm probably one of the tough. I don't know, maybe you've had tougher customers than me. I mean, good on you, but I wouldn't deal with myself. That's for damn sure, because I don't know, man. I've heard the same pitch 1,001 times. Everybody can do this, everybody can do that. They're all gonna this, they're all gonna that, and oh well, let me look at your current website. Let me tell you why it's not ranking. Let me build you a new website. Let me do, it's all this shit. And at the end of the day, I've done it so many times that I was sick and fed up with it. I was going to start YouTube tutorialing myself on what the hell
Yeah.
needed to be done.
Yeah.
And so
I think
I
I
don't know.
said you must be
So,
really, going through it if you're here talking to me again, wanting to do it again,
yeah,
you know?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And like for me, it was just like, you know, not everybody's the same, and that's something that I have a hard time grasping, and that's what you and I talked about. I was like, well, man, I'm super on the fence about it, no pun intended, right? Because it's like I've already done this with all these guys. I've already been around the block. I've dealt with all this. I've dealt with all that. They want to build your asset and then they want to keep it, and it's just
Yeah.
like I've been through it 1,001 times, and so for me, it just kind of got it got numb, you know. It's like everybody's a liar, everybody says all these things, you know. And so you and I talked about it, you know. We talked about, well, what are the what's the demographic, you know. And you told me right up front, you're like, well, you don't have the same demographic that a lot of these guys are, but this is what we do. We want to make sure you guys get a return on your investment, you know. um and that's exactly what we've done, you know. I think in comparison to what we've paid, to what we've earned, I mean, our rate of return is probably at least 7, 8, 900% at this point, you know. So for us, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and I think like the other thing that we talked about that was like a big, it might have been a little bit different than other people, was that we could guarantee the jobs and then we wouldn't move
Right.
forward until, so like, we say 3 jobs in 30 days. It took a little bit longer than that, right? It was like 4 or 5 weeks,
It's
but
like,
we
yeah,
didn't start the subscription or anything like that until you made your money back, right?
it wasn't until I called you and I was like, dude, we just closed our third job, you know. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, no, absolutely. You guys were 110% to the word, 100%. And that's what I valued the most. That's what I really valued the most.
Yeah, appreciate you too, man. Anything that you'd say to anybody that might be like still on the fence about signing up with us?
What are you waiting on? I mean, there's really no reason. If you don't have to pay for anything until 3 of your jobs have closed, you know what I mean? Like, what do you have to lose? I
Yeah,
just don't get it. And that was kind of where my no brainer was too, you know. We send in the deposit, sure, and then it's you guys go to work, and that's exactly what I seen you guys do. You know, you guys were constantly in my inbox, making sure that I sent you over the you know, hey, verify this, hey, go through this, hey, send us this, hey, grab us this, hey, grab us that. You know,
yeah, yeah.
most of the time it's like that was probably the part of the problem was like you're always having to be the guy who has to think about it, right? And you guys took your responsibility into your own hands. And it was you guys reaching out to me, not me reaching out to you, wondering if you forgot, you know?
Mm.
So,
Yeah, yeah. Cool. Awesome, man. Well, appreciate you. Thanks
yeah,
for doing this. And looking forward to continuing to crush it with you, man.
no, I'm excited, man. We're gonna do a big year this year. So
Yeah,
we're
100%.
excited.
Cool. All right, brother. I'll talk to you.
Awesome, man. Okay, we'll catch you guys later.
All right.
See
See
you.
ya.